The leader of Iran's Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Said Ali Khamenei, says any U.S. attack on Syria will backfire on America.
و البته ما عقیدمون این است که اینا اشتباه میکنن، خطا میکنن و ضربه وارده بر خودشون رو در این زمینه خواهند احساس کرد و قطعاً در این مورد ضرر خواهند کرد. در این تردیدی وجود نداره.
Ayatollah Khamenei made the comments in an address to members of the Assembly of Experts in Tehran. The leader added that the U.S. is using the chemical attack in Syria as a pretext to launch a military strike on the country. Ayatollah Khamenei said Washington's ultimate goal is to dominate the region in favor of Israel. He also criticized American officials for using shallow rhetoric about humanitarian issues to justify military intervention. Ayatollah Khamenei said what the U.S. officials do not care for is the humanitarian issues. The leader referred to the human rights violations at the U.S.-run Guantanamo and Abu Ghraib prisons and Washington's silence on the former Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein's chemical attacks against Iranians and even Iraqi people in the 1980s. Elsewhere, Ayatollah Khamenei spoke of the situation in Egypt. He said the country's decades-long dictator, Hosni Mubarak, has been set free, while its democratically elected officials are facing execution. Political commentator Sukant Shandan joins us from London to share his thoughts on what Iran's leader has said. Sukant Shandan, I'd like to take a look at a couple of the statements. First, it's the fact that he has said that U.S. Does not care about the humanitarian issues involved in this war that they're waging on Syria. That's what Iran's leader has said. That's pretty enlightening given the fact that it is one of the pretexts that is used to save lives or to stop the deaths of more deaths in Syria.
Good afternoon, brother. Absolutely. I mean, I think the Islamic Iranian Republic has always been very clear about the nature of imperialism, and particularly British, French, and particularly United States imperialism, in the sense that the last concern that they have in their modus operandi and in their strategic mode is morality, ethics, and human life. What they want is total military and economic domination. And if they cannot get that, and if there's a chance that China, Iran, or Russia will ally with any given territory or people, then they must destroy that. And that's what we've seen across Africa and Asia, and that's what unfortunately we will be seeing, at least an attempt at which, by the United States and Britain in Latin America in the coming years, once they probably have laid to ruin the Middle East and North African region.
He also said that Washington's ultimate goal is to dominate the region in favor of Israel. Of course, many are saying that this military maneuver on Syria by the U.S. may even endanger Israel. How does the U.S. Seek to dominate the region in favor of Israel through this attack that may take place?
Well, I think, and I've said this several times before, including with interviews with yourself, brother, but in the last 3 years, that if we look at the Arab Sting operation in the region, we can see the greatest beneficiaries have been who? It has been imperialism and their forward base, their puppet state. The knife in the dagger of the heart of the people in the region, that's the white settler Zionist state, and the other beneficiaries obviously London, Washington, and Paris. And the greatest losers in the whole drama of the last 3 years have been the people impacted in the countries that have been witnessing this trauma. And again, we have to go back to some of the greatest Democrats and patriots of the United States itself, i.e. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who many people are celebrating 50 years since his very famous speech. He himself said very clearly that the greatest purveyor of violence on the planet was his own government, i.e. the United States government. So this is really how things lie as we see it. But we know this is the situation. The question and the challenge to us is that do we have the right alliances and the right strategy to stop the rolling imperialist war machine? That is the challenge for us.
Very well, exactly. Thank you very much indeed. Sukant Shandan, political commentator there from London. Thank you.